I love living in Okanogan County, not just working in Okanogan County. It's a great place to practice. My name is Jim Wallace. I'm a family physician here at Family Health Centers, and I'm the site director for the Omak Rural Training Program. I've been out here for 10 years, practicing clinic in the hospital, both in hospital medicine as well as obstetrics and high-risk obstetrics, including C-sections and D&Cs. Grew up in North Carolina. I went to medical school in North Carolina and residency in North Carolina, and people still think I'm crazy for being almost as far away from North Carolina as you can get in the continental US. I was actually voted most likely in my medical school class to practice in rural North Carolina, and here I am. I honestly thought I'd be here for 2 years and then go back to North Carolina, but the community here, this practice environment, and the work that we do has kept me. I had a fantastic experience in my residency program. It was an academic program. It was in a large tertiary care academic hospital. I loved being with other residents because I learned a lot from OB residents and internal medicine residents and psych residents. But the scope of our practice in residency was not as broad as my scope of practice is here in our rural area. Practicing has enabled me to continuously expand my scope and really fill the needs of the local community. And that's what residents will learn how to do here. And that's what I'm excited about sharing that opportunity with residents, because you learn to be that physician to provide whatever the community might need from you. You can get additional training, but we're going to be training residents to provide a broad enough scope so that they can work for Family Health Centers, work in Okanogan County afterwards, and thrive in that environment, or really work in any rural area and thrive in that environment after they're finished with training. I knew I wanted to practice in a rural and underserved area. I thought I might want to practice on the other side of the world, and instead I'm practicing on the other side of the country from where I grew up and where I went to medical school. Spent a lot of time in rural areas, and I knew there's a great disparity that people face regardless of racial or gender disparities. We see a lot of that, and in rural areas it's even more pronounced. Our doors are open to everyone, and we serve all communities throughout Okanogan County, which means we don't turn patients away, and we specifically deliver services that are going to meet the needs of our most vulnerable populations. I came to Okanogan County for the job, to practice in a rural area, to serve an underserved population in rural areas. I've stuck around because of the people in the communities. We have a great group of providers, and we have a great extended group of community partners organizationally, but then the other people that come to work and live in Okanogan County are oftentimes here for the very same mission-oriented reasons. We have teachers, we have farmers and growers who come to make Okanogan County a better place. And that community of people has helped me to stick around. The Omak Rural Training Program shines because it is real-world family medicine in a rural area. We enjoy practice, and residents will be practicing alongside us, learning with us. We'll be deeply engaged with all of our community partners. I'm the health officer of the county. We've got a great relationship with Mid-Valley Hospital, a critical access hospital that is really on the cutting edge of expanding scope and providing really strong, high-quality care in a rural area. And so much of the residents' education will be through a public health lens and reaching out, working more deeply with underserved communities and looking at population and public health level interventions to coincide with the medical care that we provide in clinic. We have 4 full seasons, and I get to the end of every single season of the year and didn't get everything accomplished that I wanted to, whether it was putting more in my garden, harvesting more out of my garden, getting more time at the lake, time on rivers, time on the ski hill, time in the backcountry, and then time on the trails and rocks and all of the fun places to play in the springtime. It's very quick to move from one season to another, and you got to be ready for it, and it's a lot of fun to play. Very exciting place to be training.